morning, fantastic folks. Could you say fantastic? No, we're not 4, we're 3. Fantastic folks, fantastic 3. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria, your daily dose of morning color, goodness, and freshness, just like Titi's top.
Oh, thank you.
Love the colors. So let me confess something.
What?
I'm very sorry we're starting a bit late, but it was my fault.
What happened?
I was wearing something. When I saw this color, I thought of complimenting it and I had to take it off. It's just there by the side. So I could compliment it. It's not like, keep looking at this color palette. This one just looking somehow.
Yeah. We shall have to blend.
Yeah,
we're
definitely.
blending. But we are blending in order to make sure that we prepare you for an incredible journey through the first hour, packed with laughter, good vibes, heartwarming moments, and smiles.
Definitely, we craft this show to ensure that you can kickstart your day with joy and energy.
A lot of joy, a lot of energy is very necessary for the day to start, where we are your morning friends. We're here to make every moment unforgettable. So, get set, get set, get set.
Exactly. Now, just before the show started, I saw a chef walking in. Well, I know I'm preparing something very nice. I do want the kitchen.
I actually saw loads of load. If you want the kitchen, let us know. We'll tell the producer now to make it happen.
It's going to be a wonderful show all through, of course, into the kitchen. My name is Mike Messi.
And I'm Titilayo Onyison. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. Now, every morning is a celebration, and you can catch the show live on GoTV, and you can find us on Channel 16 and UHF Channel 49.
On social media, TVC Entertainment _ YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and of course,
TikTok.
Everywhere. TikTok, LinkedIn, and all over. The show is streaming live on YouTube and also on X.
So with our app available on iOS and Google Play, you can watch us from anywhere around the world. We'll be right there in the palm of your hand as long as you have access to internet. Of recent, it's been a challenge.
Chop the cable under the water. But I know for those who got their internet, I mean, we'll talk about that from satellites. That means there's a particular brand that if you're using from
you won't have challenges.
Moose.
Wow.
I'll tell you why I call him that. But hey, come on. We'll start off the show with Uchechi Gift Udochukwu. It's Artsy Thursday, an artist largely inspired by the beauty of a natural world. That is how we'll start to put together forms, motif patterns, textures, and lines to her art pieces. I love this. This is beautiful.
Now, birthdays are a big deal right here on Wake Up Nigeria. We like to celebrate you and your loved ones. Get set for some amazing birthday shout-outs.
What an interesting name.
Yeah, very interesting.
You know, there's always a story about names. Your name has a literal meaning, then it has the, I don't know what I would call it, the real meaning, because it's the same thing with my name, with my surname. So there's always a story behind, and that is why we Africans need to be proud of ourselves and our tradition, our culture, and all of that. We have some of the best names in the world.
We actually do.
You just said it actually reminds me of the book charts, the book review we are going to review later on.
Oh, you've gone through
Ichabod.
Okay, Ichabod.
Without glory.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's the name. It's actually a biblical name.
It is. And so
the names are very strong.
Oh, I know it somewhere had to do with something about the glory has
Without
departed
glory,
or something.
when the glory departed from Israel.
Oh, so today we're going to be. Who's taking us to church?
The book chat. I think I might be taking the book.
Somebody's going to be taking us to church today.
It's going to be an interesting conversation. And being a strong feminist, it should be a really interesting one.
You know, a lot of people believe that those two words cannot or that they are mutually exclusive, like feminist and Christian. Like you can't really. People feel so that you can't really.
You can't be a Christian and a feminist.
Well, maybe I should ask that.
Really?
No, I'm not.
Ask that. I'm going to ask that exact question because I actually disagree. I think you can be both.
All right.
Maybe on the fine line.
All right. What's the weather been like, Titi? You want to drop some nuggets?
Not today. Not today. Let's take the weather, guys.
The news on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mike Messi. NLC versus the Labour Party. That's what we start with, where on Tuesday the NLC picketed the headquarters of the Labour Party in Abuja, demanding the removal of Julius Abure as chairman of the party. The Labour Union insists that the planned convention by the Julius Abure-led Executive Council is illegal. TVC's Joke Adisa reports.
Labour Party is on the brink of another crisis, while the party battles leadership crisis between Julius Abure and Lamidi Apapa. On one hand, the planned national convention has now pitched NLC against the party's hierarchy. The NLC Political Commission leads selected members of the Congress to picket Labour Party's office in Otako area of Abuja. The team meets a detachment of armed policemen deployed to forestall a likely breakdown of law and order. Several placards bearing their messages are conspicuously displayed as they chant solidarity songs. After several appeals to the policemen for the gates to be opened, the members forced the gates open. The Congress says several efforts to reach an amicable understanding with the Julius Abure-led executive failed to yield results.
We are here to retrieve the party fully from his hands. Because this party is the hope of workers. When we are in the Labour Party and you are going to pay 30 million, 40 million to aspire to hold an active position, how is that party different from the party? How is that party different from the party of the oppressors?
It passes a vote of no confidence on the current executive council of the party.
There is no convention that made Abure chairman of Labour Party. There have been court judgments establishing the fact that Labour Party belongs to NLC, and somebody now has hijacked it.
We want a party where the common man has a voice. We want a party where the workers have voice, where the workers will be part of the policy making, where the workers will determine how the wealth they create should be appropriated.
The national chairman of the party has decided to go and hold a convention without consulting, without discussions with the stakeholders of the party. He did not discuss with NLC, he didn't discuss with Labour, he didn't discuss with members of the House of Representatives.
The Nigeria Labour Congress maintains it is taking over the Labour Party, but policemen stationed here to maintain peace and order will not allow the gates to be put under lock and key.
Yeah.
Welcome back. And it's Women's Month.
Yeah.
When is Men's Month?
Never.
You continue searching. Keep searching. There is actually a men's day. There is a men's day. We're just,
I didn't say day, month. You women have a whole month dedicated to you. It's the 21st.
Is that enough?
Nope. It's not enough. We need like a quarter.
Okay.
Like 3 months back to back.
On this one, I am with you because I think it's never really enough to celebrate women. Men have been celebrated all through time.
Exactly.
And, giving women that a piece of the pie, as it were.
Not a piece. We want the whole cake.
I'm sorry, I was just trying to speak English.
Why are you trying to give us a slice now?
I was trying to give you
slicing
the pie is small, but
the pie.
Okay,
We are the ones who
I love
buy
women.
the flour.
I love
we
women.
make the dough.
Exactly.
And we bake it.
Oh, big shout out to you or to all the women doing amazing, amazing things. I am in awe of the strength of a woman. And I don't, in my own opinion, I don't regard women as the weaker species.
Thank you, Mike.
I just want to give a shout out, first of all, to Omolara Omotosho.
Yeah.
Yes. Beautiful women. It was, I was talking a lot about the All Africa Games. I love when there are mixed teams and all of that.
Yeah.
You know, something entered in my mind. Just before I shout out to Omolara Omotosho, Caitlyn Jenner, you know her, transgender, right? Or you know him or her.
Or she, him.
She has been, David has been fighting that transgendered women should not participate in women's sport. You understand that when she was a man, was an Olympian. You understand? So she understands what it means that if you're not genetically, or if you're not born, if you're not cisgender as a woman, you have some sort of advantage. So whichever way, there's a mixed relay in the All Africa Games, and it was Omolara was the reason Nigeria won that medal.
That she
boosted through and pulled. You know, the guys were slacking, but she showed herself. So you see, even on the same stage, on the same restaurant, on the same the track.
Yeah.
Omolara did great, so big shout out to Omolara. Big shout out to Toby Almosan.
Yeah.
She won, of course. She was blitzing through. She won 100 meters hurdles gold. Toby Almosan, always on point. Big shout out to her.
So if you haven't seen the video of this particular race, I suggest you go and watch it. It felt like one of those motivational videos that you see on social media where they're trying to say, don't worry, you can do it, you can do it. And everybody is just watching what seems to be an impossible feat.
And she did
came
it.
from almost nowhere.
And did it.
And
Well done.
blazed through and got the goal.
Well done to her.
Amazing.
Well done to her.
In the 4x400. Yeah.
4x400,
So,
wonderful, mixed.
It's an amazing time for women all over the world, not just in Africa. In Nigeria as well, it's also an amazing time for women in the banking industry.
Yeah.
We recently celebrated Adora Umeoji.
Yeah.
She was the newly appointed GMD for Zenith Bank, Nigeria.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing fit. We see this year alone, there's been a lot of appointments for women in high, even there was also Pastor Jerry's wife, Eno Jerry, was also appointed the chairman of the Abia Civil Service Commission in Abia State yesterday.
Wonderful.
So we see women, taking on, conquering and shattering those glass ceilings across different sectors.
Let's not use the word conquering.
No,
Even I like it. I like it.
Conquering
because
is inevitable.
I like it. I like it.
We're getting there.
We're going to clinch it very soon.
I like it. I like
Then
it.
president,
Yeah.
we're
I like
clinching
it.
it soon.
I like it.
Even right here in TVC, we
like it.
have an incoming female CEO.
I like it.
So
And she's
great
gonna
things
be
are
the
happening.
first, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Female CEO.
Just before we talk about Adora and some of the controversy around her, I just also want to give shout out to maybe the most inspiring woman ever that I've known as a Nigerian, the late Professor Dora Akunyili, who I met her once, and when I look through what she has done and all of that, and I think about people like Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, and of course Obi Ezekwesili, some women that have done my wonderful things. Don't worry about better. Titi Layo, son, all of that. Wonderful women. I would say well done. And that is why this particular story about Adora Umeoji, and this is I think this was a man who put up that story. She's a very beautiful lady. And, we've spoken about her at different times, but, ascribing women's rise based on objectifying women, sexualizing women, and saying that they rose to a particular,
point. Yeah.
Because of, their female attributes is something that should have been left in the 90s. In fact,
we shouldn't be talking
about it. We shouldn't be talking about it now.
No.
Especially when we see, and we need to catch up with the world. I put up something on my status, and that was on. Let me just read it. It was a quote from Charles Darwin, and it says very simply that it is not the strongest of species that survive, not the most intelligent, but the ones most responsive to change. You have to understand that. Look, it is a world where everybody, irrespective of their gender, should or are given equal opportunities to rise, to dominate, to conquer, as women have put it here, and to rule.
Yes.
And so for someone to come to say, and it was trending over the past few days about how, she got there because she looks like I don't want to mention what the person posted. But see, in all the men I know, they have sense around me. We jointly condemn such a silly statement, and we say that congratulations to her. And that should stop.
So I wanted to actually say that in terms of qualifications, she not only has a certificate from Harvard, she also has one from Columbia Business School. You get what I'm saying? So she's already a dame. She's already a doctor.
Yeah.
Dame doctor. Like, how do you then hop, skip, and jump backward to make such an assumption just based on look?
And then why some people are pushing is that maybe I think she's unmarried, and then people think women's identities should not be linked to a man.
But this woman, she's a mother.
She's a mother.
She's a mother of 6 children, according to my, findings, with 8 qualifications and certificates altogether. And she's still a mother. Maybe, at some point in her life, she could have been a wife, maybe. But then again, like you have said, we are getting past that point of relegating women we are in a new era where women are should be given equal opportunities. We have seen women take on a lot, take on many strides.
Yeah.
Right? So, comments like this, the audacity of that guy.
Oh, goodness.
The audacity on you. If you have any sort of qualification or certificate,
you should go and bring it out.
I don't know what gives you that right. Did you use your male genitals to get them? Is it fair to say that as well?
Exactly.
Because I don't get it. It's very wrong. It's so unfair. That that men should say that or make such comments.
Don't mind that one. We're speaking for men.
I think we're giving him too much time. Let's just celebrate women as we've been doing for the past few weeks. Continue to celebrate, continue to strive, continue to climb, continue to thrive.
Continue to conquer.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. And we'll be right here for it.
Right, they're just telling me now that we need 3 days of all women on the show to celebrate women.
So
we'll see you after this time out. We'll be back in a bit.
We're back. Thanks for staying with us. With me in the kitchen this morning is Chef Rachel.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's always such a pleasure to have you with us.
Oh.
And what I love the most about her is she always has us in mind. So she doesn't just come with herself, she also comes bearing so much, not just for us here on the show, but also you watching at home. This morning, we're going to be making fried rice with salad. Yay!
Yeah.
We're gearing up to the weekend. What better time to have fried rice? Or to cook fried rice, away from the jollof rice. Even though now vegetables are quite expensive.
Oh, yeah.
So they come up and then they drop. But hey, let's talk about the ingredients for our fried rice.
Okay. So we have, let me start with the peppers.
Okay.
I love the peppers because of the colors. So I call them colored peppers.
Colored peppers.
Yeah, so we have the red, yellow, green bell peppers, carrots, the green beans, the green pea, spring onions, oh my goodness, and the shrimps. Then we have our eggs.
I see it's scrambled.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have our plantain, we have gizzard, diced gizzard.
The fried plantain is going into the fried rice as well.
Oh yes, so you can have every bit of it.
Yummy.
Then we have our onions and scotch bonnet, of course, and our spices to go with.
Okay, so let's talk about the spices.
Okay, so we have salt, we have seasoning powder, curry, thyme, and season everything.
Okay.
Then our ginger and garlic pastes.
Okay, is this also for the fried rice?
Yes, it is.
Okay, now let's talk about our chicken broth.
Oh, this is for the fried rice.
Okay.
Yes, to make it have that soothing taste.
Yeah, so instead of using just ordinary water, you use always, to get the best from your fried rice, it's just always advisable to use your chicken broth or your beef broth. Yeah, now let's talk about this. Oh, and then the star ingredients.
Yes, that's the side. Oh, yeah, the rice.
You forgot.
How are we going to make fried rice without rice? So we have our basmati rice. This is basmati rice.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's talk about what ingredients for our salad.
Okay, so for our salad, we have cabbage, carrots, green pea, sweet corn, and baked beans. Yes.
That baked beans is going to add like that extra flavor to the salad. Well, no.
It's just a salad thingy.
Yeah, because I know the baked beans is quite sweet, and then it has like the, its sauce. So it just,
So I took out the sauce.
Oh, you did?
I did. No, but you have sweet corn. So the sweet corn will give you that, sweet taste.
All right, great. So let's get cooking. Where do we start? Where do we begin?
Okay, so we'll start with our chicken broth in the pots. So we can have our rice going.
So are we cooking that
no, we
with
have
the
to make
rice?
Yeah, with the rice.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's going into the pots.
Okay. So when we pour in the rice, do we have to wait for the rice to cook, or?
No, while the rice is cooking, we'll start fixing.
Oh, okay. And then when the rice is parboiled or almost done,
then
pour it into the
fried
vegetable.
Fried vegetable, yes.
Okay, great stuff. Pretty excited about this morning's breakfast because it's quite a lot. And this is one fried rice that, well, what part of the country should we say this fried rice has gone to? Because yesterday we used to have it, we'll use something else. Because it's very, in this economic time.
Economic jamboree.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, but you can either go big or you go home with your fried rice, really. I mean, you don't have to use all of the ingredients. It depends on what you have. But what is a must-have in your fried rice, actually?
Must have the green beans, the green pea, the carrots, must have.
But you know, I actually make my fried rice without green peas.
If you don't want to,
yeah,
it's fine. It's optional.
Optional, right?
Yeah.
Great. And then I usually do not add, I don't do the...
Colored peppers?
Yeah, I just do green peppers and my carrots and my sweet corn.
Okay, I will call this Grandma's Special fried rice.
Grandma's Special. And I particularly like the plantains and the eggs, that infusion into it, you know. It's giving it that extra sweetness, but some balance, you know. So there's sweet and then there's... it's just a good balance across the board. Yeah. And then you have your salad, you just, you know, wrap it all up and give it that, you know. Okay, so amazing stuff happening here in the kitchen. Of course, we're going to begin with our rice in a bit. But while we're still prepping things up here in the kitchen, let's head over to the couch for our newspaper review with Titi and Mike.
Thank you so much for joining us. And I can see there's going to be a lot of fun in the kitchen today. And our chef came prepared. Can't wait. Can't wait. Mr. Mexicano.
Woman power, Rachel. Sure.
Here we go.
This is William Malt.
Here we go. Here we go. Don't worry. You'll get some of the food, Mike. You will.
That's important.
All right, then let's take a quick look at what's happening on the covers of the dailies this morning. Today is Thursday, March... Oh, my goodness. I need my glasses. March 21st, 2024. It says here on the cover of the Punch, Naira rebounds to 1,400 per dollar. Calm down. Calm down. 1,400 per dollar as speculators offload Forex. Naira appreciates at parallel and official markets. Operators foresee 1,200 to the dollar in weeks. And the CBN tightens noose on currency speculators, completes payment of $7 billion Forex backlog.
And that particular headline is one of the reasons why there is that appreciation, because of the backlog, and then our foreign reserves have risen. So that's the point. Because of our foreign, there's that backing now, and so there is some appreciation. Of good news is that in 2 weeks we've been assured by the MD of NNPC that the Port Harcourt refinery would soon start, or crude oil is already there, and they will soon start churning out products. So good times.
Yeah, there's hope.
If we're looking at it that way.
There is hope.
Just that when we think of some padding, the thing can make someone.
It says here on the Delta bloodbath, Senate meets service chiefs as troops comb creeks. Federal government varsity workers meet deadlocked, and unions continue strike. Now, we were hoping that this wouldn't go past the 1 week, and I just hope this deadlock can be broken sometime soon, because these students need to get back to school. It says beside the masthead here, it says National Assembly passes student loan bill, proposes jail for defaulters. It also has a photo story there of the Idumota fire that happened, I believe it was yesterday, and NEMA blaming water scarcity as fire raises 4 Lagos buildings.
Talking about the Idumota market, of course, you know, this is the nature of that market. The market is extremely congested. It's dense, very dense, and so, you know, there is that, you know, there was a time when it was fireworks and all of that. There are quite a lot of hazards. When you have them very tightly packed, there are wires, you know, generators, there are running cables and all of that. It's a disaster waiting to happen at times. We need to find a way to manage. I know that there's a plan to relocate Computer Village. If I wish that we could relocate that market such a way and make it, you know, a little bit more expansive. Because, like I said, it's too dense. That's one problem with that market.
So we'll definitely be taking a look at other stories as they come in, or follow-up stories as they come in on this one. But we have another paper with us. Yes, Mike?
All right, let's take a look at the Vanguard. And of course, the major story across the nation is the major headline: the killings, troops, Como, Bielsa, and Delta Creeks for militant leader. Quite a sad one that happened. There's been stories back and forth what could have caused the community to act in that way. But most of the time, we know that perpetrators or the major actors in this particular issue, of course, took off because we know that the community is deserted, as it were, you know. But hopefully, we can have some resolution. Delta State is quite a peaceful place, you know, and it's quite sad that this kind of thing can come up at this time. Hope there is a resolution. The governor, Boroweri, was at the state Aso Villa to give some sort of a report to the president where he spoke about what was happening. Yeah, hopefully that is resolved. We can also see there CBN clears valid foreign exchange backlog. That is right above the flag of the paper. Hardship palliatives not reaching Nigerians. This is true. Catholic Church tells the federal government. You see, the issue has always been with the distribution channels. And we should be humane and learn to think about the other person. When it comes to distribution channels, those people in between, there's a lot of hoarding of these palliatives. We've seen people who you hear from the people who have been given a directive to share these things, and then people just want to keep for themselves. I don't know what you can say, what I can say to people like that, but we need to ensure that, look, that the most vulnerable in the society, when it comes to the hardship happening, receive these palliatives. And over here, we can see NLC and Labour Party locked in supremacy battle. CJN to earn 5.4 million naira monthly. That's the Chief Justice of Nigeria. That's a salary structure for judicial officers. And, okay, yeah.
The photo story is...
that's it, basically.
The photo story there.
Photo story. Which one? The top or the bottom?
I was actually looking at the first one.
Okay.
Access Bank acquires National Bank of Kenya.
Well, that is big.
So, which is to say that even though, you know, they're still considered in mourning after losing...
That is big. That is big.
The CMO before. It's really great to see that the bank is still moving in leaps and bounds. All right, then.
That's it.
At this point, we have to wrap it up on the headlines in the dailies for this morning. We have quite a bit more coming your way. Stay with us.
Thanks for staying with us, guys. Welcome back to the kitchen. With me is Chef Rachel, if you're just joining us. And she is making fried rice with salad. How do you like your fried rice? Do you like it with or without salad? And what is that must-have ingredient for you in your fried rice? Hit us up on all our socials at TVC Entertainment. Do not forget to use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We want to see those comments. We want to be sure that we're not just doing this for ourselves here. We also want to be sure that you are a part of everything we're doing here. Right here, not just on the show, but in the kitchen. So, Chef Rachel.
Yes.
Let's run through the ingredients for our fried rice.
Okay.
And so let's go.
Okay, so we have soy oil, onion.
Soy oil?
Yes.
Not vegetable oil?
No, this is
soy oil.
Okay, soy is...
Got it from soya beans?
Yes.
Oh.
With less fat.
Very low cholesterol, I'm
Yes.
guessing. Okay, interesting.
So we have our onions, scotch bonnet, we have our colored peppers, the green, red, yellow, carrots, then green beans, green peas, spring onions. Then our eggs, oh my God. Then,
oh my God!
then
I like how you get so excited.
Yeah, we have our shrimps.
I see that it has already been steamed.
Yes, it has.
Okay.
Then we have plantain, diced gizzard.
Oh, okay.
All going into the
fried rice. And then for our salad,
we have carrots, cabbage, baked beans, sweet corn, and
green peas. Yes. Okay, so let's get. So you're about to make the stir fry for the veggies.
Fried rice.
Yeah. Okay. And talk to us about what you did over there with the rice, quickly.
Okay, so with the rice, I have it in the chicken broth.
Take off the lid so we can see it.
Okay.
Aha, okay.
So we have our rice in the chicken broth.
Okay.
Want it to have that taste from the chicken.
From the chicken.
Yes.
So what exactly are we going for with the rice? Are we cooking till it's done, like till it's
cooking
cooked?
till it's done.
Okay.
Like well cooked.
Okay, and then we, pour it into our stir fry.
Yes.
Okay. All right, great. So let's get cooking.
All right, so oil in the pot. Now we add our onions.
Ooh, nice. I love onions.
I hope
when making rice. I hope the heat is still on, because it's not doing shh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so we need to regulate that. Give it some. Okay, so I'll just check that for a minute, just to be sure that this is coming on pretty nicely. Okay, so we are making fried rice, guys, and I'm just making sure that our our plate is hot enough for the, okay. I'm just going to regulate it. Okay, so it's coming on. It's great. Okay, so now we're just going to heat up our soy oil. Okay.
So
for how long?
Just a few 30 seconds at least, yes.
Okay. All right, and then after that, what goes in?
The onions.
Okay.
Then we have our ginger and garlic paste going with the thyme.
Okay.
For aroma.
Aha.
Aromatics, basically.
Okay.
Yes.
And okay,
the
that's
oil is heating up already.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Okay. So right now, onions are quite affordable. I hear that the price has reduced compared to a few weeks ago.
Yeah, still fluctuating, basically.
Yeah, it's still fluctuating, right? And even pepper now, I hear it's the new gold. You can hardly find pepper now in the market.
Yes.
So we're hoping that the god of pepper comes to our rescue, because we can't do without pepper. We need pepper.
We need pepper.
Yeah.
Okay, so let our onion go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, I love that that sound. Okay, nice. And then our
ginger and garlic
paste.
Yeah.
Is this natural though?
Yeah.
Ah, whatever did you do to it? It seems like you added milk.
No.
Add milk. Because it's so creamy.
And cute.
Yeah. Like I could sell this in, and I want to actually taste it, but hey, no.
No, don't. Thank you.
It just looks really good. Okay.
And then our thyme goes in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh.
So this is how you create your aromatics.
I hope you're paying attention, guys. I hope you're paying attention. This is how you create your aromatics, You want to fill the whole room with all those flavor. And so quickly explain, so what's going in next? Our veggies are going in next?
No, the pepper.
Okay. So you see that we are not throwing in all the veggies at once. We are taking in one veggie at a time. Like she said, we are building our aromatics. So much going on here in the kitchen. Super, super, super stoked. I hope you are as well. We are waiting for those comments. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We have to head over to the couch now, where Mike is standing by for art display.
Why did you come now? You need to focus more
on the kitchen, right? I mean,
I'm just kidding. Looking forward to how that turns out. But we have quite an interesting artist today, someone who's inspired by the beauty of nature. And she's also a beautiful person. So, yeah, she's inspired by nature and herself also. Uchechi Gift Udochukwu, she's here with us. It's great to have you. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Oh, wonderful. You have wonderful art pieces here, especially the ones I saw and all of that. Something quite interesting. You are a self-taught artist.
Yes, I actually but of course I had to go through a couple of training. Okay, so I studied economics and education in school. And along the line, I decided. You just decided
banking, no do finance. You didn't get into. You now decided to focus on art.
I had the love for it already. Okay. So, and I was lucky to have met a very wonderful person. He's also an artist and he's been in it for a long time. Okay. So I decided to, trained under him for a couple of years, and then I took the whole thing up. And he actually owns a gallery in Ocean State too, Mr. Boladipo Midiro.
Okay.
So he trained me. He's presently my mentor.
Okay.
And he trained me for a long time, and I started, you know, this. And this is not a side hustle or anything.
It's the main hustle.
This is what I do.
So what I do with that degree now? You've just kept it.
I kept it somewhere.
Okay, but let's talk about you growing up. How did you discover, when did you discover that you had this flair, should I say, or propensity for the arts?
Okay, so I'm not exactly an extrovert, even till now. I am doing a lot to get here. And growing up, it was kind of difficult having to speak for myself, confront people. I'm very good at one-on-ones, but having to do it was kind of difficult. So I had this backup in writing and drawing at the time.
Okay.
So I had to go for it. And at some point when I was in uni, I noticed, oh, this is something I really love doing. You know, there are times you just feel low and you notice you're going back to this. There are times you just feel like you want to say something and then you're going back to this. So that's how it was for me. So it was my escape at the time. And now it's like the full thing for me.
Wonderful. I like that. So how would you describe yourself? What is your medium of expression when it comes to art?
I do mixed media.
Mixed media?
Yes. So I don't use a single medium. I don't use oil alone or acrylic alone. I use several different mediums together. So on one piece, I could use about 6, 7, sometimes up to 10 different mediums coming together to do something.
There's this particular piece which we showed when we highlighted you. I hope that we can see it in the course of our discussion. It was a beautiful piece. But let's start with this one beside you.
Yeah.
Is this is beautiful. There's one before this one. We'll talk about it. What is this piece titled?
That particular piece, the first one.
Yes.
As you can see, 2 maidens.
2 maidens, yes.
Having this new calabash in their head.
The calabash and all of that.
Yeah, so I
oh man, this is beautiful.
Thank you.
Ah, this was it. I think this was it. This was it.
I love that.
You know, it's varied. There's just I'm just seeing so many things and all of that.
At once.
It's beautiful.
This
is a fruit basket and all of that. Does it have a title?
Of course. That's a fruit basket.
Okay.
It depicts fruitfulness. It depicts excellence, okay? When you have this full harvest, after having worked for a long time, you have to sit back and just relax.
Is that banana or plantain?
Yes, that's a banana.
A banana?
Big bananas, yes.
Why
it's
is
not
banana
banana
be like
in this...
So if banana is like that, then how would the plantain of that place be?
This is a very good world. It's not banana now.
If banana is like this, then the plantain there will be like how? It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So what medium is this?
This is coral beads on canvas. This is mixed media as
well.
Corals on canvas.
Coral beads.
Yeah, I named them coral beads on canvas.
So you put each bead there by yourself?
Yes, individual of themselves. Of course, it's not the regular beads you see.
Okay.
There's a way we make, you know, our own. So what we do is we have to make it in a kind of semi-paste, where we get to place them. So each bead has an individual color, well blended to make that beautiful piece. So it's not a flat painting at all. I would have brought it along, but it's quite big. It's not
no, you'd have brought it. They put big ones here now. This is beautiful.
It's not a flat painting because it has this texture. Okay, when you look at it, it's quite different when you feel it.
True.
Because it's a texture.
I can even see that the texture would not be a plain surface and all of that. I can see those things coming out. I can see the depth of field in it. It's beautiful. How long did it take you to put that piece together?
Okay, that's a 3 feet by 3 feet canvas. Okay. And that particular piece, it took me a couple of days. My speed, yes.
This?
My speed is quite good.
This?
Yes.
Uchechi, why do you whine us?
I'm serious.
This?
I'm serious.
Okay. If that one took you days, this one will take you hours. This will take you. You cannot tell me that one took you days, and then this one not take you hours.
Yes, this took me hours.
This one, eh?
This one took me hours.
This one took you hours, eh? What's this piece title?
So this is an abstract piece.
Okay.
I do different types of abstract. The abstract where you get to see something, like it's basically straightforward, and then they're the kind of abstract like that one. No, not that one. The other one and this one.
Okay.
So the idea behind this type of works is that there's a series of different types of art lovers.
Okay.
There are people that appreciate things like that, straightforward works, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Where they look at it, they know, okay, this is sunset, these are people playing, these are people dancing.
Okay, this one is the sunset.
Yes, and there are also people that appreciate abstract, complete abstract, where you can't exactly say, oh, this is someone coming back from the zoo or from the stream or from here or from there. They believe that as an artist, you don't have the right to lead them on a certain train of thoughts.
This is beautiful.
So they want to have to look at it and depict for themselves
what is.
they want to see.
What they want to see.
And the beauty of this kind of art, and the other one, abstract expressionism, the founder was Jackson Pollock. The beauty of this kind of art is you get to stand in front of it. You can stand in front of it for 30 minutes and see something. And I'm telling you, the moment you step out and come back, you're seeing something different.
Uchechi, if I continue with you, I will spend the next hour. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
It's really been a pleasure.
I'm looking forward to maybe when you probably have an exhibition and you would come around and let us know.
Definitely, I will. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, just while you have to sit there. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. We'll be back in a bit.
Hello and good morning. A sincere thank you for choosing us. Thank you for choosing to spend your Thursday morning with us. We're thrilled to be a part of your homes. And hopefully we're bringing you the best in family entertainment.
If you are just joining us, you've missed one whole hour and it has been quite an interesting hour. We've had art discussions.
Yeah.
We've had a wonderful look at the kitchen. Yeah. You know, it's been a wonderful hour, but then not to worry. You still have 45 minutes to spend with us to ensure that we give you that right boost to kickstart your Thursday.
We are the positive boost, the positive companions for this beautiful Thursday. So grab a cup of something warm, a nice beverage, get comfy. Let's make this morning unforgettable. That's my cup, Mike.
Bandit coffee.
That's mine.
Like I call it. All right. Welcome. My name is Mike Mesikeno.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinso. We can't wait for you to continue watching with us. You can stream live or watch live on GoTV. You can also find us on Channel 16, UHF Channel 49 for terrestrial bands, and Star Times 121.
Oh, of course, it's tvcentertainment.tv on the website.
Yeah.
And then the app is also available. While all of that is also available, Chef Rachel is also available. Very, very available this morning. Chef Rachel, how's it going? Remember, it's not you I asked this. Rachel I asked, not you. Please. Rachel, how's it going? How's breakfast going this morning?
Yeah. It's going smoothly.
Ah, Rachel, you know the thing. You know the thing, okay.
I need to say,
off my mic,
that I am the control general of this kitchen. If I see you anywhere near this place again.
Off her mic.
No, you can't.
All right. Okay, well, look at SWAT BTG with that wonderful performance to kick off the Thursday. That was a great one. Well done, man. They are angry. The men. They are quite angry because they don't understand. They don't know why their wives are leaving when their mothers stayed. It's the first paragraph on this wonderful piece that I have here, Ichabod, the daughters who did not inherit their mother's silence. The author is Ogochukwu Geraldine Eloike. It is great to have you. You are welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Like your hairstyle, by the way.
Thank you.
This is quite a piece. I'm looking at 5 chapters here, apart from the dedication acknowledgement. This particular piece I just read, They Are Angry, The Radical Truth. 5 chapters. This is Ichabod. Ichabod, I know the glory has departed. If I wanted to take a literal Bible, meaning of it, but then it talks about the feminine, gender quite a lot and all of that. How did you come about the name and then the subject matter it is treating? How did you put all of this together?
Okay, I like how you mentioned the biblical allusion of Ichabod. It means the departed glory, the lost glory. So in this context, it's being used for women who inherited the silence culture. The silence culture is every impediment that hinders you as a woman for being authentic or pursuing your purpose. So if you inherit the silence culture, the glory will lose in you. A woman is beautiful in her entirety. But if you learn to live by the sideline, it's not how you're designed to be. You are meant to subdue the earth. You are meant to multiply. You are meant to be fruitful. So living by the sideline leads to your glory being lost. So now, this lost glory, the narrative now told the story of women that lost their glory and then women that didn't inherit the silence culture. So it's basically a flow of this narrative, the entire 5 chapters.
All right. They are angry actually, explains itself. Yes, the men are angry. The women are, it's like they're becoming more aware, as it were, of the situation. And they are not, I suppose, not as patient as their mothers. But then that is not the issue. The next piece here says the radical truth. What truth are you talking about here?
The truth that women are not a choice. They're not the alternative. They are the choice. If you look at the first chapter, there's a quote I had there. I said that in most cultures, the joy that welcomes a girl child is not the joy that welcomes a boy child.
Okay, that's, you're talking about her birth, nature versus nurture.
Exactly,
All right?
exactly. So, and it even gets worse if it's like 2 girl children down.
Back to back.
And then we have the 3rd girl child, we're like, But if it's a male child, they're like, the boy is here. He's a male child, a bouncing baby boy, you know? So we're talking about how women are being relegated to the background. And girls see this. When they see this, they learn to treat themselves as alternative, not the choice. You know, and you know how feminism is a trigger for a significant number of people. When you say you're a feminist, they're like, go people. But feminism is the advocacy for the rights of choice and self-determination for women. We have come a long way.
Just that some people, it seems like the movement, some people have taken the movement to be some sort of a retribution, as it were, or some sort of, how do I put it now? It's become in some ways quite antagonistic in some ways, and there's that feeling of bile and anger. And I can understand why it comes when you see some women who feel like, okay, we've been neglected from time immemorial. In fact, from the beginning of time up until now. So it's our turn to get back. But you are saying, I want to get your own perspective on feminism, as it were. Yeah, what are your thoughts on the movement as it is?
Basically, it's just what I explained, is the advocacy for the right of choice and self-determination for women. What you're seeing in most contexts could be explained in 2 ways. The first one is the manifestation of those choices. Okay. There are women who chose to be out there, do whatever they believe they can do, especially what they didn't see their mothers do. Okay. And the anger that you are seeing, I think men, instead of saying not all men, or instead of antagonizing it, maybe we should empathize first and then address.
I understand.
Because they're angry too, because they have seen their mothers inherit their foremothers' silence. In decisions or on tables that they built, they have been asked to leave that table. I was telling someone that in the 19th century, women that talk, as we're talking now, if I talk, they will wear you an iron mask. So to know that you talk a lot, you wait and be going around on the streets. Women have come a long way. The first thing we can do is to empathize. Empathize with the struggle.
I like that, because with that way you can, you can share and understand where the person's coming from, and then, we live in, some sort of a symbiotic relationship, as it were, both ways. It's quite interesting here, chapter 3, 4, 5. Let's round up, because we have quite a short time. Know the biases, break them all. I like that chapter heading. What are you talking about then when you say know the biases, break them all?
So we outlined some of those biases, saying a woman's education ends in kitchen. When a woman says she doesn't like a certain food, you're like, what if your husband likes it? No, we're talking about her.
As a person.
She's a choice. She doesn't like it. Can we talk about her? Can we learn to treat women as individuals, not as alternatives?
Wonderful.
So we listed the biases in the book, and if you go through the book, it's just a journey. Have self-awareness, how to deal with your emotions, because some of the things that keep women down is emotions. The things they have gone through. So they kept replaying it, and you keep applying it in your ideas. When I go to conferences, I tell women that in this era, we're in the era of precision thinking. You say to yourself, what are the decisions I have to make from now to the next 5 years that will lead me to where I want to be? Then leave the emotions out of it.
This is quite an enlightening piece. I would recommend it to somebody, considering the way you talk, and then when I've seen the chapters and all of that, I would recommend it for men as well as women. Well done, Ogochukwu. And, wishing you to greater heights and as far as you can go with this. Well done.
Thank you.
All right. That's it for a wonderful, quite interesting book chat here, Ichabod. Daughters who did not inherit their mother's silence. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. Our final guest will be right up.
And we are back. Thanks for staying with us. On the couch right here is Moromoluwa Tiketike. She's an actress, content creator, voiceover artist, anchor, and event host.
Hey!
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
First, I need to say congratulations to your recently concluded events, the Nexus Creators. That was a huge event. The turnout was massive. A gathering of young minds in the creative industry, you know, even aspiring young creatives. It was beautiful to see. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
So I've been wondering, when I saw the flyers and banners for it, there were some certain faces I didn't see, and there were some certain faces I saw. What was the what was the focal point for you when picking the creators to invite?
All right, let's go there.
What now?
Okay. Are you talking about the panel speakers or general creatives?
Well, general creatives. Let's go general.
The focus is just to have Christians
Okay.
and creative with clean content.
Okay.
We reached out to some were supposed to be there, but you know, because of one project or the other. So it's not as if we didn't reach out to, you know, everybody and all.
Okay.
But some people, I think let me just leave it to, you know, we're reaching out to Christians and creators with clean and good content, clean content. Morally good content.
Okay.
Yes, I'm guessing creatives that align with your values.
Thank you
because
very
you are
much.
very intentional with the sort of content that you put out there.
Thank you.
And
Yes.
I can imagine the mental, your mental, you know, thinking before you decided, okay, this is what I want to do with the sort of content that I want to put out there. I'm sure you expected a backlash. I'm sure you expected some restraints from some people, comments, you know, like, okay, can you do something different? Can you do something different? We're tired of seeing this sort of content. So talk us through, you know, all the transitions that you had to experience, you know, in the course of your journey as a content creator.
I started content creating during lockdown. Of course, during lockdown, all of us were content creators.
Yeah,
I know,
even
so,
I was a content creator.
you know, from dancing to mimicking to different type of thing. Anything that was trending, we all of us literally upped on it.
Good drum.
But the turnaround for me was when I had the privilege to anchor the, officially opened the annual convention of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. I attend Redeem, LSC Omole to be precise. And that was like the turnaround for me. So I mentioned my full name that day and I said, my name is Moromoluwa Tiketike Akimborewa. I was not married then. So after that convention, you know, it just sort of hit me that, you know, I have to like bask in the fullness of my name. Then I now started using Moromoluwa Tiketike. And of course, if you have come out like this and you stand for Christ, you cannot go back. So because people don't want to see a different Moro on the screen in church and see a different Moro online. So the rededication, the turnaround, the cleaning, the transformation, everything happened then, and I started, you know, doing gospel or let me say Christian content, and also I started making pastors' wives.
Oh wow!
I'm a pastor's daughter and I'm also a pastor's wife. So I've lived all my life seeing these women, and you know, who else will I mimic if not them? And also I started mimicking, and people could relate to it. Oh yes, apart from, you know, pastor's wife, African mothers. So people are like, oh yeah, these are my mom. Oh, I think they all went to the same school. I think they all have the same manual. You know, so you know, content that people can just relate to without you being vulgar or you know, extreme about it. Yes, okay, thank you. So I think from there it's been God's grace. And of course, you know, God is the creator and creator of all creators, I always say. And He has given us mind-blowing creative ideas. So all glory back to God. But at the same time, God has been faithful. And here we are, you know, growing and, you know, being intentional about the type of content that I push out there. Because I always tell people that I want my page to be a place of where people come and confirm God's word.
Wow. Wow.
And laugh. And, you know, there's been between joy and happiness, where they laugh, have happiness, then have joy, you know, where they have relief. I'm like,
So I'm just so encouraged because you've basically described social media as a safe space when they come to your page.
Yes.
Which is something that people get up in the morning, we had this conversation earlier, people get up in the morning after saying their prayers, they open their phone hoping to see something inspiring, and then, you know, you don't even need to go to a porn site these days. Wow. The first thing that comes up on your page is something, you know, explicit. And, you know, the content creators you've invited, obviously, are morally sound, you know, but if we don't take a handle on this, in your opinion, if we don't, you know, take control of this particular situation, where do you think content is going to end up? Talk to us about this.
I always tell people that we know what is right. We all know what is right and what is wrong, but we choose not to do what is right. And now give excuses for it, and now wait for people to, you know, back it up and say, oh, yes, you know, that's what's trending. That's what is selling, I know. Money will come, money will go. But, you know, when people say, who is this person? And the first thing that they are, you know, tying your name with is something extreme, something vulgar, something indecent, I know. So I feel like if creative out there, you know, can just do the right thing, just do the right thing. And I saw a tweet somewhere of an artist saying that they played the song somewhere and it was quite embarrassed because it was like, oh, more. My lyrics, I was like, I think he was sort of maybe ashamed or something of his own lyrics and all. Wow. And we now see primary school student dancing to it at the end of their year party. Wow. And that child was like saying it word for word and everything. And people were like, wow, you know, yes.
And he himself was saying,
yes. I think he made that tweet or something. I can't really remember word for word how that person put it and all. So I think it's just to encourage creative out there that we should just do right and push out clean content. Because 10 years from now, 20 years from now, if your child is in school and they say, oh, let's search for your dad. And they're not saying that your daddy is saying
also
such,
you know,
has made some, you know,
so I think it's just, you know, please let's do right. Let's do right.
Let's talk about you being a pastor's wife. I mean, you're a pastor's wife. You're a content creator on social media, and you are a strong believer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, and we know what the Redeemed Christian Church of God stands for. And I know that I don't think that social media space is a for you because
it's delicate.
Because of the mantle that you carry being a pastor's wife. So talk to us how you're able to. So first off, the sort of content you create now, does your new status affect that? Does it affect the sort of content you create now? Is there some sort of evolution that we should expect? And then secondly, the acceptance, you know, from church members, all of that, in the pastors. Talk to us about
number one, light shines in darkness. And we are called sons and daughters, you know, we have to go out there and just shine the light and make the difference. So the social media space, it has always been like that from time back. So it's not as if you go there, your own content, you know. But let me just be safe, and let me put it this way, that, you know, light shines in darkness, and that is why every believer is out there on the social media space. All of us cannot carry a microphone and go to the street and preach Christ. So the best way we can, that is what we are doing. So we are preaching Christ through humor. People like to laugh. So someone said that one of the major things that sells well in this generation is food and entertainment.
True.
So people like to eat and people like to laugh. So, and what other way can you preach Christ? Is through humor. So you tell them that, oh, you look beautiful, and the person smiles and says, God loves you, Christ. I've said my own already, you know, and it is left for the Holy Spirit to do that word in your heart. I know. So my church people are awesome people. Whenever I make a post, they help me to share and everything.
Nice.
That's their own evangelism.
Okay.
So that's like the little way, you know, of preaching Christ through humor and also passing a message. So I stand for, how did this to say it, a modesty advocate. Yes. While I was growing up, I wanted to be like a baddie and all, you know. I wanted to be free, but, you know, freedom is not in the environment, it's in your mind, it's in your heart, and all. So, and, you know, God just said, oh, are you done? Are you done? Sometimes what you want to, you know, that thing that you want to, you know, misuse, that's what God will now, you know, end up, you know, turning around. And all. So my church people are awesome. They share my content and all, and that's like the best way to
Well,
our own
it is.
evangelism, our own mini evangelism.
One thing I can say is that as long as you enter a room, no matter what the room was like before, if there was darkness in that room, your lights will brighten it.
Yeah.
Because
Thank you so much for sharing, you know, this part of yourself with us. It's so amazing to see outside of the, you know, content sharing space or, you know, as a content creator or even on social media. And we have to head over to the kitchen now.
Yes, sir.
Our chef Rachel has been so hard at work. I hope you like fried rice.
Say no more.
Let's go. Welcome to the kitchen, Mo. Yeah, this is Chef Rachel, and this morning she's made for you fried rice with salad and chicken. So kindly dig in. Yes.
Summer food.
Oh,
So
dear.
yes, please enjoy.
Have a taste.
Okay.
She's excited. She's excited. She just wants to see it tasty.
So Chef Rachel made this rice with a lot of
And that's
love.
also Chef Rachel's juice.
Yes.
Watermelon juice.
What mixes this?
Okay, so this is mixed fruits.
Okay.
So we have watermelon, we have pineapple, banana.
Ooh.
Banana. Wow.
Banana is in there.
Yes, there's
Wow.
apple.
Chef Mom, what do you
carrots.
think?
You've not told us what you think. You're just eating. Yeah?
I need like four spoons.
All right.
They're obviously loving it.
Now.
Yes, I love it.
Oh, nice.
I love the shrimps. I love the. Let me say it out. This generation to say it's giving what it's supposed to give.
Exactly.
But I'm sure that Opayemi will say, what is this giving? So it is sweet, it is delicious, it is, you know,
Everything.
Everything.
nicely served. And, so.
Yeah. Well done, Rachel.
It's been a fabulous, it's been a
Chef Rachel
fabulous,
done did it.
fabulous Thursday. I'm gonna cover this pot and hold it before Mike decides to grab it. It's about time for us to wrap up the show, guys. It's been an amazing Thursday. Wow.
Easy rice without this one.
All right, then. Have a great day. Bye.